Hello and welcome everybody to Grasslands for this ModMap map tour by Steve's Mods. This is a very nice looking map, and yeah, has had an update. What I'll do is I'll just read through the description first, and then we'll just go through the update after that. So Grasslands, welcome to Grasslands. This map is based on the UK, has all Farming Simulator 19 features, has around 70 fields of all shapes and sizes. This map is seasons ready. Please seek permission to use anything on the map. There might be an update in the future for seasons. Has a large forest on the map. The chicken yard is also a contractor's yard, but that relates more to a PC, as I think I'm aware. Map has great views. Thanks to Oxygen, David, Lancy Boy, Bullet Bill, GB Modding for the help and models. Thank you to MJ Modding for letting me finish this map and release it. This will take up 252.87 megabytes, and we'll show you how many slots it takes up once we go into the map. Like I said, it's on all platforms, but we're reviewing it on console. I'm playing on Xbox One S just now. There has been an update in the last week or so. When it first came out, there was quite a few problems with it, and I'm not going to say that there's still not problems with it, but the fixes are as follows. So update 1.1.00, fixed grass cutting, as there was an issue in a couple of the fields. You couldn't cut the grass in there. Made entrance to field 39 as there was not one. Fixed BGA buyable 79k. Originally that was part of the peripheral areas of the map, so cost 2.4 million, and it's now been adjusted so you can just buy the BGA on its own for 79k. And it says there's fixed triggers for the cows, and they've put milk churns on the milk collection point to make it more obvious. So yeah, what we'll do, we'll get stuck into the map. We'll start with showing you around, and then yeah, we'll just have a look at some of the things that have been fixed and some of the things to be aware of on this map. Like I said, it's a really great looking map, really good scenery and great feel to it. But yeah, I'll let you guys decide what you think of it. Right, let's get stuck in. Okay, so we arrive here on the farm here. We've got plenty of stuff to be going at. As you can see, pretty jam-packed yard. So what we'll do is just go into the menus first. So looking at the map, these are the fields you start with. So we start with field 66, 61, 25, 26, 52, and then 42 down at the bottom here. If we zoom in a little bit, so this is our starting farm, which consists of a silo and the cows, a cow pasture. If you wanted to buy this outright, it's going to cost you 198,000. Incidentally, if you start on Farm Manager or start from scratch, this pasture here and then the sheep pasture here, they're not on the map. So there's no triggers, no pens, nothing like that. So it's totally empty, and you don't start with any of the fields. So none of the fields are yours. What strangely is, there is the triggers for the pigs, which are down here, triggers for the horses, and the triggers for the chickens, which are up here. They all still exist, and you can put animals in those pens despite not owning the land. But I don't know whether that's still intentional. It's going to cost you 213,000 to buy the farm where the sheep are, and then you could, I suppose, put your own pastures in there. There's plenty of placeables that you could do that with, but it just seems a bit strange that on New Farmer, which is what we're on just now, you've got all the triggers there. But yeah, maybe the map makes done that on purpose, I don't know. As we go around the map, I will point out little bits and bobs that maybe anomalies, maybe not, but you guys can decide on that. There is a big forestry area, so just over here it's £500,000, but there's quite a lot of forest in there. The other thing I've noticed on this map is there's no water triggers, and there's no way of collecting water. There is a wee pond up here in the corner here, but I've tried filling up from that and you can't. So again, a bit of you might have to put a placeable in there as well. The other thing with this map as well, most of our gear is located at the main farm in the centre here, but when you do start, there's a couple of pieces of equipment down at the shop, and we'll see that a bit later. This is quite common in quite a few maps now. There is no sleep trigger on this map, so I'm guessing that the map maker's done this so you can choose a farm you want to start on, and then again there are placeables that you can get off the mod hub to do that, so we can place a doormat or whatever it is at the place of our choosing. There are a few other houses and places around the map where you could make your home as well, I guess, but yeah. So let's just have a scroll through. So there is only one main selling point, which is Port Southeast, which does pretty much all the crops, including eggs and milk. The barn does do silage, hay, grass and straw, and there is a egg and milk selling point as well, which we will see as we go around. The sawmill is located up near where the chickens are as well, and that will do wood chips and lumber. The spinnery again is a separate place. Doesn't have a trigger on it, which you'll see, but that'll be in the walk around in a bit. The egg and milk, oddly enough, is right at the biogas plant. I don't think it is part of the biogas plant, but it's right next to it. So that's where the egg and milk sell point is. So what we'll do, I'm going to just purchase the biogas plant just so I can show you that as well. Up here, 79,000. So I'll just buy that, and hopefully that'll come up now. So biogas plant does all the normal stuff, but it also will take manure and slurry as well. Okay, so prices for silage on here, slurry and manure, pretty good, 900, so it's not a bad price really. So look around the farm, we've got quite a good amount of equipment. All the equipment's brand new, perfect working order. So if we go into this menu, we'll go into our garage. We've got a John Deere 6230R, a Fendt 1038 and a Fast Track 8330, so 3 big tractors. So that's definitely going to help you out if you want to use some bigger machinery. And then you've got the John Deere 7230 as well. So some nice big tractors there. We've got the Massey Ferguson Activa harvester, and then we've got a 21,000 litre trailer and a 4,000 litre Strautmann trailer. We've got the header for the Activa, which is 7.6 metres. Then you've got a small plough, small cultivator, quite a large seeder. So we've got the Pronto 9DC Horsch, which is pretty cool. And we've got our sprayer front as well, so extra tank. And then we've got our fertilizer spreader, which is the Kuhn Axis. These 2 pieces of equipment, the 2 mowers, they are based down at the shop when we start, so you'd need to go and get them from the shop. And then we've got our Fanex tedder, our Kuhn windrower, and then we've also got the loading wagon and a baler and a Silo King feed mixer and a straw blower and a tanker and a front loader and accessories and a header trailer, and then the only last thing is a silo. So quite a lot of starting equipment. The silo is 200,000 litres as well. So let's quickly show you around all this. So yeah, stuff's kind of all dotted around this yard. As you go around the yard, you'll notice there's a lot of stuff everywhere. None of it's removable, unfortunately, but a cluttered yard is what you're going to have. So work carriers down here, silos down here, and then we've got a bunch of stuff down here just by the main road. Each of the farms and quite a lot of the sell points have these big flat areas as well, so you could in effect put some more stuff, place another silo or another shed, or whatever you want to there. So that's that stuff there. Up here, like you saw, we've got the smaller John Deere, we've got our JCB, and then in here we've got the baler, sprayer and tank, fertilizer spreader and our harvester. Then we've got our bigger John Deere and our big Fendt, and then up the far end here we have our grass windrow and tedder. So that's where all the equipment is. This area here is for our cows. So over here, which was one of the updates, they've put these milk churns here just to differentiate it. So this is where your milk will spawn for your cows. There's your front loader and attachers just on the shelves there, which is quite cool. And then over here is our trigger for our cows. So we can put a couple of cows in there and they just jump in there. Got our slurry point just here. There's a water trigger just here. Manure point just here. And then straw goes in here. And that's been updated because there wasn't a trigger there before. And then our food goes in here, and this is the trigger here. So that's all that. So what we'll do, we'll jump in one of the vehicles, and what we'll do, we'll sort of head round in a kind of clockwise direction. So we're just down here just now at the pig farm. What we'll do, we'll head up here and into the sheep farm, and then what we'll do, we'll head up towards the biogas plant, and we'll show you the forestry area as well while we're up there. Once we're up there, we'll head around the map, down past the spinnery, up to the sawmill and the chickens, and then head down, and we'll head down towards the horses, shop, Port Southeast, and then we'll come back up across here, down to where the pigs are, and then finish up coming back to the main farm. So let's jump in. What vehicle shall we take? Let's take the JCB. Right, just zoom out a bit so you can see a bit better. Like I said, there's lots of stuff all over the farm, and none of it's movable. Like I said, I couldn't find a water or fuel point at the farm, and there's definitely nothing shown on the map. So we just have to, you'd have to just add those yourselves. This is the main farmhouse here, but like I said, no sleep trigger, but you could make that your main farmhouse and put a sleep trigger there. I did forget to show you, in fact, I'll quickly show you before we disappear. Just at the back here, next to the cow shed and back next to the milk point, is where our workshop is. It's hidden away in a garage. So workshop trigger's just here. Quite a big area as well, so you'll be able to get your harvesters in there and things like that. Bit tight getting in and out, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So that's where that is. So we'll just nip round, we'll jump in the JCB and we'll head up to the sheep. So hang a left here and just head up this way. So as you can see, it is a pretty stunning landscape. The terrain's fantastic, sort of rolling hills. Reminds me a little bit of a cross between the Brecon Beacons and sort of Herefordshire area. It's kind of got that feel to it. But as you can see, you've got hot air balloon in the sky, backdrop of mountains, and nice undulating ground. So yeah, South Wales, Brecon beacons does remind me a bit of that. So as we wind up here, we're just heading up to the sheep farm. Up ahead of us is the forest area, which we'll show you in a bit. So there's no collisions on hedges on this map, so as you can see I can just drive through the hedges, but there is collisions on gates and fences, so just be aware of that. So this is our sheep farm. So lots of space again at this shed, in the sheds here. Lots of areas to store stuff. We open this. We do have light switches. So that's the outside light and inside light all at once. So I turn that off again. Turns all off. And just turn this off a second. And over here we have our sheep. So this is our dialog box. Just confirm, we'll move them over there. And you will find the sheep are happily moving about in here. So quite a nice big sheep paddock. We've got our water trigger just there. Feed triggers just here. And our wool spore pointers just here. So that's the sheep. So next thing we're going to do, we're just going to head up and quickly show you the forest area. Like I said, you can have a look around these yards. There's plenty of space to store equipment, plenty of room. So we just head up this way. So again, little details, bits of rubbish. Got an excavator there, and this is the forest area, which is really nice actually. It's got a nice lay of the land. There's lots of wildflowers and different bits of topography, and the track sort of winds its way around, into this little glade here, which is kind of an old sort of abandoned house. A couple of old things, little bench, fire pit, and a little pond. Like I said, I tried to fill up the water from here, but it didn't seem to want to do it, so it's more aesthetic than anything. But yeah, plenty of trees here to get going at. So yeah, if you're into your forestry, there's plenty of scope for that. So I just cut through the forestry bit. Little lookout shelter there as well. So there is some lovely details on this map. That is the good thing about it. So I just head back down the hill back to the sheep farm, and then I'm just going to hang a left out the yard here, and this depends how realistically you want to play. This is a shortcut, but you have to dive through a hedge. So yeah, you make of it as you wish. We are going to do a sneaky and just head through the bushes for this one, because this will take us directly up to the biogas plant. But it is a bit of a shortcut, and since there isn't the collisions on the hedges, then we can just nip straight through. So just coming up to the biogas plant and one of the sell points. So this is your egg and milk sell point. So if we go into the map here, so eggs and milk, we're just here just now, and yeah, that's right next to the biogas plant. There's a cash point there as well, but I'm not sure how many people use them now. And yeah, oh, I forgot to mention how many slots there is, isn't there? So slots wise, 752, 1299. The slot count doesn't really change a great deal with Farm Manager and starting from scratch, but it does drop a bit because you're missing those animal pens. So we'll just head around the corner here. So this is the biogas plant, which is again had updated, so it now costs 79,000 instead of 2.4 million. Two big bunker silos there. The digesters just to our left there, and our digestate comes out just here, and then just here we have our barn cell point. Again, there's no trigger here, but I think if you just put your bales and stuff in there, it will then you'll be then able to sell them there. So I'm going to head down the hill a bit now. I'm going to get quite good views from up here as well. So, oh, hit those cones. So as we look out here, it is pretty stunning. I'll get out of these trees. Incidentally, if you are bringing heavy loads up to the biogas plant, this is a really steep hill. Yeah, so quite a big steep hill to get up here. Just zoom out a bit. It is a beautiful landscape. Really nice. And yeah, the whole thing's in a kind of a bowl-shaped valley. So as we head down here, the first place we're gonna sort of come to is the Spinnery, which is kind of a nice big manor house more than anything. Yeah, you got another place over on the left here. You can make your house. So this very grandiose walled place is where we can sell our wool and our cotton. So again, trigger's not here, but if I go onto the map and go to the Spinnery tag, there you go. So you just drop off your wares there, and yeah, you can get paid for your cotton and your wool. Prices for cotton and wool not too bad on the map. Price for eggs pretty good. So yeah, not bad prices really on this map for your various products. Fairly average. So I'll head off to the right again and just keep following this road. Road system's quite easy to manage, quite easy to follow. So we've basically come up here, around this way, up to the biogas plant. We've then headed down this hill, just been to the Spinnery. Now we're heading up this road. We're going to hang a left up to the sawmill and where the chickens are, and then we'll come back down and head away. So on this map, there's obviously you've got quite big tractors, you've got quite a big seeder as well, and a lot of the tracks are quite narrow. So depending on how real you want to play, yeah, it might be a bit of a struggle around the lanes. There isn't any collisions on obviously the hedges, but if you want to try and play more realistically, then it might be a bit of a challenge getting around some of these lanes. So just on the right here we have the chicken contractor's yard, which is more towards PC. We've got a house on the left here. Now I'm just sticking further back because there appears to be a bit of a think they should get the waterboard in. There needs to be a lot of rushing water around here. You'll see what I mean. It's quite noisy, and I thought it might be fixed on the update, but it hasn't been. So we'll just open the gate here, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So as we come further into yard, it gets quite noisy with this sound of rushing water. So we'll be quite quick in here. So this is where your chickens are. Feed the chickens just there. Eggs spawn just there. And this is your dialogue box. So we'll buy a couple of chickens. Chickens hang around in the yard here, so they do their thing there. Got another sort of barn affair here, a couple of barns there, and over here is our sawmill. So we have our wood chips and our lumber point to sell your wood. So let's get away from here. Like I said, it's quite noisy with that water there, which I don't really quite understand. I don't know whether it's a remnants of something else that was maybe programmed into the map or something like that. The edge of the map's just there, so there's a big blank spot just in the top right corner of this map, so we're kind of in the far reaches of that just now. So what we're going to do, we're going to head back down. We'll head back down to the Moor main road, and then once we're down there, we'll hang a left and head down towards where the horses are. Okay, back onto the main road. We're just going to head down here. That track down there, you will see makes more sense in a minute when we come back up the way. That takes you directly across towards the other main road and towards our pig farm. So you'll see that in a little bit. Another house there, again you can put your sleep trigger there. And as we head along here, we will head towards the horses. Quite like this is quite cool. Old abandoned cars. There's some saw. Like I said, there's some cool details on this map. Lots of stuff going on. Okay, just head along here. So to the left here is where our horses are. I'll just spin around here. So horses. So just here is where we do all the stuff. So dialogue box. We'll purchase a horse. There we go. So horses are going here. So feed trigger's just here. Water trigger's just here. If I just jump over this fence. Straw trigger is just here. So again, little bits like this, just niggly. Could be a post at the end of there, like on this end. Out here we've got a nice big sort of grass field. Again, you could put another pasture in there or something like that. Again, bits of barn space, got a house attached to it, so again, narrative wise you could make this a storyline that it's your stables. And start your farm from there. So just head out left again, and this now takes us down to the main road and towards our dealership, towards our vehicle dealership, and our main sell point. So traffic doesn't run too quick on here, it's sort of standard I guess, fairly average, not too slow, not too fast. Got the standard trucks and cars, nothing too different on there. Just speed past this car just to get past it. There we go. And we're just coming down to our dealership, which is just on the left here. So we'll just come into here. And there. So as you can see, like I said, we've got our mowers down at the garage already, so they're there. Now, got a cash point, and we've got our place to buy stuff, but there is no workshop trigger here. So again, I don't know whether that's intentional from the map makers, whether it's something they wanted to do so you could just get your own, or whether it's something that's just been omitted. But yes, there is no workshop trigger at the dealership. Over here is our animal dealer. So there you go, we've got our various places that we can buy animals. And then across the road we have our main sell point. So I'll just quickly nip across the road, show you that. Edge of the map's just there, so yeah, map sort of disappears down that way. So this is our main sell point. Again, there's a nice big flat area there. You could put another silo or potentially another purchase point. The straw add-on does work with this map as well, so again you could put warehouses there for the straw harvest pack. So yeah, so if we look at the sell points, we're down at Port Southeast, so that's where this sell point is. And what we've done from the horses, we came down to the main road, came down shop and animal dealer, and yeah, we're just in here. So Port Southeast. So moving up the map, we're going to head up towards the pig farm, and then once done the pig farm we can head and loop round back to the main farm we started on. So if we head up this road, we just head to the north. Just nip past this car. Okay. Again, little things like this where it's not smoothed out, it's just a dunk. Same here, it's like a dunk. Just little bits. So here we can carry on down that way, that'll take us down towards our farm. But if we turn left here, right here, sorry, and you can access this from the other way, but it is pretty tight. And we cross this bridge. Behind us there, down there, that takes us down to the road we were on before that came down from the biogas plant. So we cut across here. Now we've got ourselves a little windmill, which is quite cool. When I looked at this map before the update as well, there was this weird anomaly here as well. I think it was meant to be a tree, but it looked like some kind of modernistic sculpture. So I'm glad that's been rectified as well. But yeah, the windmill's quite cool. Quite a cool feature. So we'll just head along here. And then as we get down towards here, again there's some more houses on the left. Along there. We just head along here and down towards the junction, which will take us up to the pig farm. Oh, through the hedge. So just on our left here is our turning up to the pig farm. Pylons in the field there just as extra features. They do have collisions as well, just to make you aware. And we're just coming up to the pig farm. So pig farm just here. This is our animal dialogue box. So, oh, I've not got enough money. Let's try 1. There we go. 1 lonely pig. Okay, so slurry point's just here. We have our water trigger just here, and a bit like the cows, the feed trigger is just here, and we have a straw point just here. So feed, straw, animal dialogue box, and water around the corner. So quite a simple setup. More barn space here, quite a bit of barn space again at this yard. A little bit of space around it as well, so you could potentially put silos in. Manure point for the pigs is just here as well. So that's that. Your field 42 incidentally is down here. It's got these pylons running across the fields down this end of the map, and this is your field 42, which is quite a large grass field. Certainly do you alright. It's interesting access though, you have to sort of cut round to get to it. So what we'll do now, we'll just jump back in the JCB, we'll head back round and show you the way back. So we'll just head out the yard again this way. And we'll head down to the bottom of the main driveway. Yeah, look at that. It does look amazing. I think they've done an absolutely amazing job with the landscaping. And concentrated really well on that. But dare I say it, they've maybe, yeah, not looked at everything. There's definitely a few bits and bobs here and there that have been fixed, certainly with the first update, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's another update to this map at some point, which would make it an absolutely brilliant playable map. I think, like I said, looks great. You get some cool machinery to start with, which you can keep or get rid of. It's entirely up to you. Whether these huge vehicles are suited to this style of map, I don't know. That's another sort of debate to be had, I suppose. So yeah, map disappears off up that way. We've gone from the animal dealer. We went up here, took a wee turning off to here, across here. This is the windmill just here. Came all the way across, and then we went up here, pigs, back down, turn left, and then we're now down here. So if I go straight ahead, I'll head up to the sheep farm. If I turn right, it'll take us back towards our farm. So sheep farm just up there to the left. And then if we head down the hill a wee bit down this way, then we will end up back at our farm. So that takes us back round towards the windmill and round the corner there, down that road, and then yeah, this is us back to our farm. Our header's just around the corner here. You can see it's just hidden out the way around the corner. And we'll just head into the yard, get ourselves parked up, and then that'll be us. Like I said, it is a good looking map. Love the landscape, love the features of the landscape with the rolling hills and the trees all about the place, and the backdrop's amazing. Start with some great kit, but like I said, there are maybe a few things that could potentially be updated at some point. I'm not going to say fixed, because the map's playable as it is, but yeah, there's a few things on there that would certainly make a difference. With the starting from scratch and farm manager as well, with the triggers not coming up for the two farms. Like I said, whether that's intentional or not, it might frustrate some people, that just the fact that you have to put your own sort of sheep pens or whatever in, but yeah, it is possible. So yeah, don't let that hold you back. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this map tour. I've been meaning to do this for a couple of weeks now, but as soon as I heard there was an update happening, I thought I'd hold off. And yeah, I think, yeah, good map, needs a few things tweaking, but certainly playable. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more map tours or let's plays, please subscribe to the channel. If you've enjoyed this map tour, give it a like. Please leave any comments for feedback or anything that I've maybe missed out. And yeah, if you want to share this video, by all means do so. Apart from that, enjoy your weekend and we will see you soon. Take care.